Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, I've realized something, and that is that, with respect to what principle I should add for my Iberian commercial block, the thing my subjects are having a hard time with is infrastructure. So, I think transportation infrastructure, where it gets some higher base infrastructure from population, is the right call. And we'll go forward from there. At the second level, this unlocks a 20% flat convoy bonus for all members. I think that's really, really good. And then, at the third level, it unlocks new methods for railways. And that just seems like the right call. So, go ahead and grab that. And it'll be another 3 years before we get our next mandate. I think I am going to participate in this Bulgarian uprising, actually. Ooh, but I don't want to necessarily pit myself against Austria. Interesting. Austria potentially siding with the Ottomans. What a curious state of affairs. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. So, has that helped out with my... the infrastructure situation in my subject states? To an extent. Oh yeah, it actually has helped out quite a bit. Not in East Borneo, but in a lot of other places. Obviously South Sumatra is totally buggered on infrastructure, and the turmoil is causing a giant problem here as well. So, you know, it sure would be pretty cool if they would subsidize these railways, but they haven't. What if I sold them? And there's military statistics. Wonderful. Nope, they're still owned by the government. Alright, well that's fine. So military statistics is going to unlock the better production method for my barracks. And that is going to be just fine. Do these plantations want rail transit? Are they going to be doing better under rail transit? Kind of. Yeah, a little bit. No, not the silk plantations. Vineyards? Yeah, they're doing a little better. Tea plantations? No, they're doing much worse. Alright. Coffee plants are doing better, though. And cotton plants seem like they're doing better. Now, what about mines? Mines for sure do better with rail transport. And what about Steam Donkey? They're doing better with Steam Donkey. I think they... Ooh, not necessarily... Not for the iron mines, at least. What about the gold mines? Yep, gold mines are better. Sulfur mines are better. Lead mines are better. Let's check the coal supply. Yeah, coal's expensive. Alright, so that's part of why that's happening. Finished out that oil stuff. So let's build a few more coal mines. Valencia's got some capacity. And they've got people available to work them. So that's also a good target. Asturias, a little bit of unemployment in Asturias. We'll build up there. Castile, quite a bit of unemployment in Castile. We'll build up there as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's so much going on. Going to throw these coal mines in at the top of the queue, first of all. We'll put everything that's close to being built ahead of them. Not this power block statue, because it's not as close to being built as it looks, because these power block statues take forever. We'll build those, and then we'll swap over the production methods. Protests across Navarra. The communist movement has organized mass protests across the Navarra region. While the protests remain peaceful for now, local authorities have raised concerns about possible violence. It was more people than you'd ever seen before. Tudela, once a quiet once quiet and known for an almost pastoral character, had come alive with shouting voices and waving flags. He wondered if any of his neighbors were in that crowd. He'd always thought he'd had nothing in common with them. Perhaps he'd been wrong. Allow them to air their concerns. Stronger communist movement. 2% of pops become more loyalist. Reduce mortality from turmoil. Extra radicals from political movements. Increase pop political strength. Or the authorities must act to halt these displays. I'm going to go with the first one. I think it's fine. I think we're a country that values individual freedom. Anti-Russia Association demands action. The Anti-Russia Association has requested that we declare a rivalry with Russia. Successfully acting on their proposal will gain our government a significant amount of goodwill from the lobby. And to those who would refuse and prefer preserving the status quo, there was no hesitation. His response sounded well-rehearsed because it was. This was a proactive man, one who spent hours pacing his chambers, anticipating attacks to come. My reply would be that we should never have allowed them to become so close to us in the first place. A friendship built upon deceit is nothing at all, and the goodwill gained from it, illusory. I'm just going to say this is not in our interests. Which interest groups are those? I don't care about any of them. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know why they're so anti-Russian to begin with. Cash flow is doing better, which I am pretty pleased about. Being in the black means we're slowly chipping away at our debt, which means interest is, payments are going down, and that is pretty good. Getting these mines built, getting that railway built in Bremen. Hoping to continue that downward trend of our debt. Obviously, being a little bit in debt hasn't really been a problem for us financially, though. So I'm not real. Oh my, those are bad. Before we go anywhere with that, let's go ahead and grab our railways. Oh no, we didn't unlock the new production method for railways. That comes from the level 2 thing. Oh my goodness, the Bulgarians have died already. Well, it is what it is. That comes from the level 2 mandate. I can't believe this. We're the number 2 power block in the whole world. That's pretty rad. How close are we to the number 3? Zollverein 1769 prestige, we're 1932, and the British Empire is a lot higher. So we're not we're a little close. It could definitely be firmer. But we'll see. What state is Gibraltar in? Gibraltar is in Eastern Andalusia. I need to look for an opportunity to grab Eastern Andalusia back from Great Britain. Not that I don't like the British, but it's our territory. Ooh, self-propelled torpedoes. Excellent. I see. Yes. So we're getting a lot of influence in those trade centers. All right, let's take a look. Buildings. Buildings is where I want to be. Let's take a look at those power block statues and tell... Oh, I can go to publicly traded for my financial districts. Do I want to do this? I think yes. Really? Never mind then. So these produce prestige, infrastructure, and loyalists from political movements. That's pretty strong, actually. That's overwhelming. Look at that. Wait a minute. Are they producing a flat global percentage increase for each? That's bananas. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's incredible. Whoa. I'm gonna see. Alright, so Toledo. We got about 100 infrastructure available. So we'll wait until we got another set of power block statues completed, and then we'll take a look at that again. Because if that is indeed, if I've indeed understood that correctly, that's bananas. And I should absolutely build these in all of our... Oh, the subject, we can't complete... that's right, you can't build development in subjects except for railways. Britain, what are you fighting the Raj about? Things are going buck wild in the British Raj. Iberian-British Friendship Committee. The Iberian-British Friendship Committee has offered us an opportunity to establish an alliance with Great Britain. The lobby has offered to use their connections to smooth the negotiating process. The negotiations under the table with a representative of the British government have been long and arduous. The British representative knew they were dealing with a group without power to match theirs and had adjusted their strategy accordingly. Nevertheless, they had come to an agreement. Nothing in writing, but that was hardly important. When the government sent the official copy, if they did, they would find there was already a drafted response waiting in London. We'd be happy to pursue this, or this is not in our interest. I'm going to say this is not in our interest. Great Britain's on top, and we need to topple them. Students rallied to the Japanese national movement. A group of students attending the University in Valencia have arranged a demonstration in support of the Japanese national movement. The display has inspired other students to join the cause. The lecture hall was barren. There were always 1 or 2 students missing for illnesses, travel, or family occasions, but nothing of this scale. There were 3 or 4 students per row, each thrown into sharp contrast by the empty seats at their sides. It was material for a lecture of its own, he thought. Like a heap of sand whose grains had blown away one after another until its form had suddenly changed, so followed what had once been a class. The youth will lead Iberia into the future, a stronger Japanese national movement, increased universal pop strength and reduced university throughput in Valencia, or they ought to focus on their studies. Academic pops become more radical instead of increasing the Japanese national movement strength. I'm going to go with the second one. I want the Japanese national movement to be weaker. They're already marginal at 0%, but they still seem to have the ability to do a secession occasionally, which I don't love, but is what it is. Municipal is actually modestly increasing in size at this stage, which I'm feeling pretty rock solid about, actually. As these power block statues get finished, our economy is a little bit stalled, but only a little. Private Q is building quite a bit of stuff. So that is good. Alright, so I need to look for opportunities to bash away at the British Empire, because the British Empire is extremely large and has even at times been said to be in charge, and I don't cozen to that behavior. Let's declare a few more interests. Oh, we're maxed out on declared interests. Alright, well, it is what it is. Mapuche Uprising. Interesting. I could increase the autonomy of Bremen. So, let's do it. Actually, no, we won't do it yet. Industrial barriers. Factories in Iberian Kanto have been reported to be placing Japanese people into roles with incredibly poor working conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in Iberia. I know. Us businessmen have a reputation for only caring about the bottom line, and that may be true for some, but the way I see it, any venture must be built on a strong foundation of values. The Japanese don't understand those values. How could they? They're our values. This unequal treatment cannot stand. Increased cultural majority movement prop attraction, weaker and angrier Catholic Church. But they're lucky to be given any job at all, -2 standard of living. I don't want to reduce standard of living for Japanese pops, so I'm going to have to go with the first one, and the Catholic Church are going to have to suck it up. So, let's deal with these transportation shortages. Valencia, Extremadura, and Western Andalusia we'll start with. How much demand is there here? Oh, there's a power shortage as well. Interesting. Come on. Come on. Where's transport? Here we go. Alright, so we're getting 80 from railways. I think we're building 2 per level. We need 487. Yeah. Okay, so we need a huge number of railways. All right. 487. So that means we need a total of 12. Yeah, we need 12, so we'll build 10 levels. So that's Valencia. We also have an electricity shortage here. We're going to need one more level of electricity. We'll put the power block statues on hold while we build that stuff up. Don't want to invest in the hedge right now. Alright. The next one was Extremadura. Local price of transportation is low. We're going to need about 3 more levels of railways. Yep. Right? 3 more levels? It's going to put us up to 160. We could really use 4. Alright. Next one was Western Andalusia. Where we need 140 levels. That's a total of 4 levels needed. Beira, we need 324. So that means you need another 8 levels. Ish. Castile. Wow, we need another 500 transport in Castile, which is about 12 levels. And then in Navarra, we need another 210, so that's a nice even 5 levels. And then finally, Asturias is a little short on electricity, but the power plants are still trying to hire, so that'll be fine. Alright, I'm going to throw all these power block statues at the bottom of the queue. Except, I'm going to throw the one all the way at the top of the queue. Just to get it done within a reasonable time frame, if possible. Alright, so, how is episode going? Episode's going well. We are actually low in infamy. So let's take another look at Cambodia and Dai Nam now. And see how they're doing. Dai Nam is falling in Liberty Desire significantly. Cambodia is much the same. They're a protectorate as well. Loyalist to radical ratio seems very solid. I want to keep chill and keep my situation all right. I should definitely do that. But you know, I do kind of want to steal stuff. Nope, don't want to invest in you, Prussia. It's not sensible. I'm building all the goods in my own market, thank you, sir. Ooh, lead is very expensive. I'm going to build some lead mines in Catalonia and throw those at the top of the queue. Just get them done reasonably quickly. You know, I do have good cash flow. I could increase the size of my construction sectors. But on the other hand, I don't want to necessarily put myself in a... Like, I am paying interest on this debt that I don't need to be paying interest on, realistically, for my sort of needs. I do need a slight increase in government. Let me see, how close am I to central planning? I'm not close. I'm not close. Alright, let's build a few more government sectors. Nothing unreasonable. We'll build one in Galicia and one in Alentejo. And once again, we'll throw those at the top of the queue. And that'll get them done very fast. And that'll give me plenty of a buffer of bureaucracy. Again, I want to be kind of riding this line. I want to be doing as much... I want to have as little extra bureaucracy as I can live with, because this is a very low financial situation. Standard of living has taken a little bit of a dip, which I'm not super pleased with. Let's take a quick look at our trade routes and make sure trade is running sensibly. We sure don't need this export route. Yeah, some of these are really, really rough. Let's filter by goods here. Well, gosh, I sure don't need to be importing all this coal. This artillery. These munitions. I don't know why I have these fabric import routes. Oh, these are other import routes that have been extended to me. Scandinavia, get out of here. I don't need to bring in this fruit, surely. Oh, Austria's interesting. This grain import route seems pointless. This one, too. This one is just unprofitable. This one's close. We'll keep an eye on it for now. This grocery export route is totally unprofitable. Cripes. Whoops. Alright, let's try that again. Get out of here. These import routes are no good. This import route is no good. This export route is no good. All these ones, though, these ones are functioning. Meat exports are totally buggered. Oil, it's much the same. Is meat not... I seem to have gotten there. I think meat's supposed to be on... I think we got a bunch of goods that are supposed to be on export focus that are not. Paper, I surely don't need to be importing any of. Guns, I don't need... Where do all these routes come from? Maybe these are me from a long, long time ago. That's the best I can think of. Alright, so that should be improving the size of our economy. Let's take another eyeball at this one. It's decreasing in size, but it might be more productive after it does. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now let's take some... let's grab some of our cheaper goods and see if we can't establish some more export routes. Oh, right. I built up all those rubber plantations and then never expanded tooling. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so good at video games. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, friends. Shazam. But the rubber supply is increasing. Or will be. Once our plantations start producing. Hey, there it goes. Now these are profitable. Hey, we unlocked human rights. Wonderful. Alright, slowly, these rubber plantations are starting to actually build up. Why are the ones in Iberian Guyana not hiring? Come on. Ooh, something going on with Egypt. Alright, what is this? So this is Russia and Greece going after Egypt and Ethiopia. They want to return the sea beyond Crete. It says, do I want to be involved in this? If I support Egypt... I could steal a subject. I mean, ideally I would steal Greece, but actually I don't... Steal Finland. No, I don't think that's useful. That's not useful to me. Maya uprising in Mexico. Can't get a subject. Mexican Empire doesn't want the help, and now we're in the countdown to war, so it's not useful either way. Reactionary revolt in Nassau, I can safely ignore that. Edwin Bluff is leaving Bremen. That's interesting. Ooh, we got a thick Honduras this time around. That's interesting. Interesting little structure here. All right, there we go. Now the rubber plantations are running. Excellent. Excellent. So let's grab that rubber import route that popped up and probably kill it. Where is it? No? Okay. A bunch of these are unproductive now. I don't know why I'm importing a bunch of hardwood. I have the capacity to output so much more hardwood. Okay, where's hardwood in my market? Hardwood is expensive. Alright, so we'll grab the logging camps, and then we'll start producing more hardwood. Alright. How's that affected things? Where is hardwood? Alright, now hardwood is extremely affordable. Softwood is about the same. Beautiful. Fine-tuning the economy is very important. I know it's boring, but it's not the name of the game, but it's a big part of the game. That's just how it is. I'm just trying to get my infamy down. I'm just trying to get my infamy down in this world that I've created where everyone is a problem. Could get a defensive pact with Austria. Could potentially get one with... Well, potentially get an alliance with Prussia. But I don't necessarily want that. Ooh, Sardinia Piedmont has become larger. Let's improve relations with them. We'll do the same with the other Italian states. And I think we'll improve relations with the Balkan states as well. We'll make some inroads in these areas. It'd be nice to just sort of increase our global presence. I'm really liking this cash flow number. This number is making me feel really, really good. I've got so many railways in the queue, but, you know, transport's important. It's important to be able to get from one place to another. I know this has been kind of a quiet episode, but, you know, it's important to keep, the lights on and all that. Invest pool is getting a little bit larger, so I think when the time comes and my debt has been properly bashed away at, I think now is actually the time to increase the size of the construction sector. I'm gonna make a modest increase. We'll put, let's see. Put 2 levels in Aragon, 2 levels in Badajoz. We'll throw those in at the top of the queue and get them done. You know what? Sure, Mexico. We can have a trade agreement. That's fine. Relations are alright with the United States. Oh, trench works. Excellent. That's beautiful. Alright, let's upgrade all units. So that's very important. So we are now officially running a functioning modern army. And that is of critical importance. Oh my. And just in time, too. This is a Tonkin uprising. I don't think I'm going to need too much force here. Let's go ahead and move the Royal Guard there. I'm not going to mobilize them yet because they're still upgrading. I'm going to wait until they're finished upgrading, and then once they're full up on trench infantry, then we'll mobilize them, because they would need to demobilize anyway. We're just waiting on this to sort itself out. Beautiful. And he's got 5 battalions. A regular skirmish and lancer. Alright. Oh, that's right. Dai Nam is our... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to concern myself over much with this because the Vietnamese army can take it. That's curious. Did they have an uprising in their capital? I think they did. That's really curious. I wonder how that... Ah, famine. It's a famine. That's why. Ugh. Oh, man. Things are going real bad here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Ah, I see the issue. Not producing enough grain. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, that's real bad. Can I help with that at all? I don't think so. But I can stop up the uprising at least. So that's not nothing. But I need to look into Dai Nam. I think we'll probably do that at the beginning of next episode because we're getting on towards the end of the episode. In fact, I think we'll basically call it once this war pops off, which will be very soon. Let's hope my troops can get to the front in good enough time. And they can. Beautiful. Alright. War in the mud. The entrenched front, heavy use of trenches in Nam by Jose Antonio Zarate, has turned the land into a blasted hellscape. The stalemate cannot last forever, but it's not clear what the best way forward is. Have you been there, in the trenches? It's less lonely than you think. You have friends everywhere. The rats will be with you every day and night, and even when your mates die, they'll stay right there with you, just down below in the mud. We must entrench further. He gets the trench rat skill, and this absolutely blasts the state for 9 years and adds some devastation. Or we can't let our defenses stagnate, gets us free tech progress and defense in depth. You know I'm going to go with that free tech progress. Shabamzo. Alright, with that having been said, that is the end of the episode. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.